Good morning and welcome to Coffees and Crafts. I am Linda Cullen from Crafty Stampin' and we're going to craft today. I'll forewarn you, for whatever reason, I'm exhausted today and I have volume. Let's see. Nope. Oh, there we go. Okay. See, whatever reason, I'm exhausted. I feel like I could curl up on this floor and take a nap. So feel free to jump in if you see me going totally wrong like I did last time. It's really possible today because I don't know what it is. I can't get out of my own way. So good morning, everybody. Trying to make sure for whatever reason these lives don't seem to pop up properly anymore. I think every time Facebook makes a change, it screws up everything. So I don't know. Hi. So let's show off what we're going to make today. Let me see if I can find that. I did put it on here. I did get all my slides done. So we are making this cute little card from the Flying Home stamp set, which is in the Occasions catalog. It uses the quote-unquote spotlight technique. I call it cheating. You want to make a really cute card, but you don't want to color all of it. You can just color a little bit, and you're like, yeah, that's how it's supposed to be. And of course, my phone rings right now. So we're gonna turn it on to airplane mode. That might help. All right. And put the phone over there. So I told you it's going to go, I just had the feeling things are going to go 20 directions today. So this is what we're going to make in a minute. Let's see what our prize are going to be for today. So if anyone is new to Coffees and Crafts, I like to do a little giveaway as a thank you. And so during the broadcast, if you leave a little note, you can just say hi, comment on Facebook. You will be entered to win the mini paper clips at the end of today's broadcast. If you didn't get an opportunity to win those, or you are watching this later, there's no little red live button, or you're watching it on YouTube, I will pick a winner for the Your Lovely stamp set next week on the 26th, yep, next Friday, show for the Watch Lovely. And again, all you need to do is leave a comment if you share this, and love it when you guys share. You will get a second entry into this broadcast. And all you need to do is share this video on Facebook and then type the word shared with the D, and you will get to be a second entry into that. So good morning. I see everybody's popping on. Awesome to see you guys. So let's just run through a couple things that are going on. All right, so big deal. Right now, Stampin' Up! Is doing Celebration, and it is their biggest sale of the year, and it is also the best time to join Stampin' Up! And I would love to have you join my team. If you join right now, you get $125 worth of product for $99. And this is an and, 2 additional stamp sets, any stamp sets that are in the current catalogs for free. There are a couple in there for $50. I think one's like $52. So it's like a maximum value of $104 in addition to the $125 for $99. And you don't have to sell. So if this is something you want to do, it's like a shopping club. You get to join BJ's or Sam's or Costco, and you get to shop for a discount. It's kind of the same thing. You get to shop for a discount, and you get stuff for your membership fee. So please let me know if you would like to join my team. I would love to have you join my team. I have a combination of active demonstrators and hobby demonstrators who are just taking advantage of the special, 20% off. So that is a great time. In addition, let's see, I got something else in here. I don't know where it is. See, I told you things are going to go wrong. So this is a great time to buy from Stampin' Up! As well, because you get 50. Anytime you spend $50, you get a free product from our Celebration catalog, and the items are pretty cool. So, and one of them is our pandas that we are going to give away from our Watch Live. These are a item from the Celebration item that can only be earned with a qualifying order of $50 or more, or right here if you left a comment on my last broadcast on, I think that was last Friday. I get so confused on what it is. So let's go and pick our winner. Here we are at random.org, and you can see all the names of everyone who left a comment or who left a comment and shared, and you'll see their name twice. I'm going to quickly go through it because I like for people to see that their names are on there. I'm an accountant at heart, and so I'm all about checks and balances. So I'm going to hit randomize. The name that pops to the top is going to win my Party Pandas. So let's do this. 1, 2, 3, and we're up to Tina Gascon. So congratulations, Tina. Tina, if you head over, because I got people were new last time and were a little confused. If you head over to my website, in the menu is specials. If you go down to giveaways, and ta-da, there is a link right here to claim your prize. Oops, didn't highlight. There we go. Claim your prize. If you just fill out that form, I will get your prize in the mail to you as soon as possible. So, before I have any other time to screw anything else up, let's stamp. Because I can do that. I can screw it up and make it look good afterwards. That's just how that works. So, all right. So we are starting. As always, I do a recap website post within an hour or so of this. It'll have this video. It'll have a PDF printout, which I forgot to print out. But you guys have probably seen it before. It's just good. It's got a picture. It has all the products. It's got a place that you guys can take notes when you follow along. So if you want to write down, like, what did I use, it'll all be on that PDF, and that'll be about an hour on craftystampin.com. So I am starting with, I have Crumb Cake, one of my favorite card bases, and I already scored it with my scoreboard in advance. I'm so used to cutting and scoring, I sometimes forget to stop and show you guys that I'm cutting and scoring. So I'm going to set that aside. I'm going to start with just a 1/4 sheet of Whisper White, and I am using the big stamp from, here's the Flying Home, and it's got some really cute sets. Stamps on it with the birds and bird houses. We're going to use this triple set of bird houses. I will tell you, I'm having trouble seeing comments. For whatever reason, it's just different. So if you left a question or something, I will go back later and see it. Okay. Do you get free celebration things in addition to the 2 free sets when you join? No. So there are no celebration sets when you join. But when you join, from then on, as a demonstrator, your demonstrator orders, you will earn celebration items. You also earn demonstrator perks in the back too. Will get you free sets, free stamps. There's always little perks for demonstrators to earn free stuff. But you do not get celebration items in your kit. You get a paper pumpkin. You'll get our awesome Stampin' Success magazine. This is worth the price of admission. Lots of tips and tricks for stamping, as well as running a business, stamping business. So if you want to know more, let me know. All right, I'm going to use Memento ink because I'm going to color with my Copics. And sometimes the bigger sets, I prefer to ink straight onto my, please tell me I'm live still. I prefer to ink directly onto my stamp. There we go. Okay. Thought I lost my broadcast. All right, so I'm inking the Memento ink directly onto my stamp. And then I'm going to stamp this on Whisper White. And I'm going to stamp it in the middle because I'm going to cut this out. There we go. So here we go. So there's the stamp. So now I want to cut this out with my Lots of Labels die. This is the second largest. So let's pull over the Big Shot. So this card I made for a swap. So I made these in multiples, and this is some of the tricks I do when I try to make in multiple. It's easier for me to stamp, and I just cut this paper into quarters. Boom, 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 4 per thing, 4 images per, and then I can just cut them out after I stamp them so I get them exactly where I want them. So to me, this is quicker. Let's see, let me just look, make sure that's where I wanted it. All right, so I'm going to run this through the Big Shot. There we go. So there's my image. Side. Oh, you know what? While we're here, I'll bring it back. Leave him here for a sec. Oops. Told you I'm gonna mess up today. It's just how it's gonna go. It's one of these things. I feel if I'm comfortable with it in the beginning, it'll be fine. So I'm gonna take basic black, and this is the second smallest stitched shape circle, and I'm going to just randomly cut that out of anywhere, and that's just scrap basic black. All right. So anything else? I got one more thing to cut out, but we'll do that in a minute. All right. I never do things in a particular order. Just sort of kind of go. All right. So for the bird, I'm going to let this dry for a minute. And we're going to do our greeting. So I have this greeting. The words come from. Pull this out. Come on. The petal palette. They got some fun greetings, so I'm going to use that to stamp, and we're going to stamp that and emboss it with white because I really like. Lately, the look of white ink on black is just really attractive to me. Don't know why. So we're going to. I put the embossing buddy on. I remembered to do it. That's actually pretty good. I always forget. I'm opening the wrong. Do I have Versamark? I don't have Versamark out. Grab my Versamark. Okay, so the embossing buddy will keep the static electricity down so that the powder does not attach to lots of different places and thus give you a really messy look. So I'm going to use Versamark. It's the watermarking ink, which basically just means it's slow drying as well. And it will sit on top of the paper. So it gives me time to work with it and add my powder. So I'll grab this. All right, so there's my embossing powder on my greeting. Put this away before I end up with white powder all over my room because I've hit it and sent it flying before. So I'm going to heat my heat gun below. Yes, Robin says it's more important to put the embossing buddy down with black. It does. You will see lots of little white dots everywhere if you don't. And I usually remember after I've stamped and done it once and see all the white dots, and then I do it again. So I try to store my embossing buddy like right with my powders so that when I pull the powders out, I remember. I always seem to remember after I've inked with my Versamark for whatever reason. All right, so now we're going to heat. Heat embossing, still one of my favorite things. All right, and while I'm here, just because I heat this real quick so that it makes sure it. Oops. I just want to make sure that's really dry before I go coloring it with the Copics. Usually sometimes I'll stamp, if I know I got a lot of coloring to do, I'll stamp them and then like go make dinner and then come back and color. All right, so let's die cut this out. One more time with the Big Shot. And I'm going to use the label die that is in the Petals and More, which is part of the bundle that goes with the Petal Palette Suite. If you can see that. Oop, there we go. I'm going to use a Post-it note to hold it down. All right. So let's work on. So like I said, this is spotlight technique, and I think I was doing like 20 of these. I did not want to have to color this entire thing 20 times. So I figured, oh, I'll just color a smaller bit. So that's where the using the spotlight technique for this came in. So I've got my 1.5 inch punch, and I'm going to stick it in here, and I'm going to line it up so visually I can see the paper on both sides about the same. And I'm going to hold it a different way so I can punch it. I say I did 22 of them, and they all were a little different. So there we go. So now this is what I'm going to color. But one more thing. Oh, I'm going to grab my cutting tool. I'll set that aside for a second. And I'm going to cut off this half of the lots of labels die. Let's see. So I just want it to be like half a label. Let's try that again, because my cutter just decided to not work right for me. There we go. So there is that. So let me grab a scrap piece of grid paper, because the inks will bleed through, and that's okay. They're supposed to do that. So this is how, let's see if I can get you closer. There we go. All right, so I'm going to start with, let's see, where'd my original go, so I can try to make sure I stay somewhat similar. So I'm going to start with the Daffodil Delight. I got the light and the dark, and I'm going to color the house. So I'm going to start with the light. And let's see, so, and this, we don't have a lot of fancy coloring here. I just got to make sure I go around. I see you in the flowers here. There we go. And let's see. I take my dark, and I like to do one section at a time. And so I'm going to highlight here where I would think the shadow line would be from the roof. Copies. I don't know what copies mean. Did I say a bad word instead of stamping blends? Did I say the other word? Shame on me. Stampin' blends. I can be bad some days. Shame, shame, shame. Stamping blends. I'm going to have to go back on the recorder and recorded one and bleep that out. See, I told you I'm tired. Really tired. I don't know why. My kids are old enough they don't keep me up, but there are some days I can't not wake up at like 3 a.m. It's just like your eyes go bing, even though I probably went to bed at midnight. And after a little while, it makes me loopy. Loopy, loopy, loopy. All right, so again, the darker blends, and I'm just going to put it along the top, i.e. where the shadow line would be. There we go. All right, so let's see. The next big piece on here is the roof line that is visible. So let's grab the crumb cake blends. Shame on me. Shame, shame, shame. Is that what I'm using, the crumb cake? Yeah, we'll make it work. Did I shake you? Sorry. Sorry, sorry, sorry. All right, so this is the light, make sure I get there, light crumb cake. And we're going to color here. See where, there we go. Simple, simple. All right. And as you can see, like someone said about wishing they could shade. Well, I'm honestly not doing a lot of work on the shading on this. I'm just adding a little line in the darker and then blending that in. It's not, I mean, we got small images, so I'm not spending a lot of time trying to really work the shading like I would with the girl with the garden girl dress. It's a much bigger area. I just want to make sure it shows. All right, so let's see. The door, we're going to do in red. I'm not even sure I'm going to shade this. Let's see. Here we go. Here we go. See if being tired, I drank too much caffeine to try to offset it, which is making me a smidge on the shaky side, which is probably not best for coloring small images. Eek! There we go. You knew which pens I meant. Yeah. Oops. Oops, oops, oops. All right, I'm just going to leave the door flat. I think the yellow makes up for it. All right, so my bird, I think I'm doing in a light. This is Bermuda Bay, light. Oops, let's do the brush side. And here we go. Again, I'm not gonna try and blend him. He's kind of small. Let's grab an orange and do his beak. So this is pumpkin pie. There we go. Super simple. Do I have, where else? All right, so let's do a flower also in pumpkin. And what else did I use? Okay, so I have a dark, we're doing flowers now. I got the dark Bermuda Bay. I'm gonna do another petal here. And what I do? All right, so let's see, the dark, this rich raspberry for the other petals. There we go. And let's do a light pumpkin pie for the center of that flower. And let's see, we'll do the light garden green for the, not garden green, old olive for the leaves. Okay, and I'm going to do, let's see, dark, I'm just kind of winging it now. Dark Calypso Coral, we're going to do that for the banner. There we go. Let's see, can you still see me? You can. So I see guys are talking about Stampin' rewards. So Stampin' rewards are what you can earn as a hostess. And a hostess is someone who has, ideally, you get a group of friends, you have a workshop, and as long as your order is over $150, you get to be hostess. You can be your own hostess for just putting in an order by yourself for over $150. During Stampin' Up, you get, and so you get 10%, and then it grows as your total grows, your total order grows. During Celebration, you get an extra $25 if your order is over $250. So if you can get a group together and get over $250, or you get a personal order over $250, you do get an additional $25 in Stampin' rewards. Stampin' rewards are used to buy anything in any of the active catalogs or any of the special hostess stamp sets that are in the occasions as well as the annual catalog. You do not earn Celebration on hostess dollars, just on the original, your portion of the workshop order, if that's the whole thing or not. Stampin' Blends, I have got light smoky slate. And so I'm going to use this for the windows. And I'm only going to color the left side of the window. And then I'm going to take my color lifter and I'm going to blend that out. There we go. Just to not leave like a hard edge. And same where the bird is. Okay, and then here we go. Okay, let's see, what else do I got showing here? Let's see, so let's take bronze, and I'm going to make that the wood that is like holding up the bird house down here at the bottom. Down here. And like the planter. And then we get the second house over here. I don't want to forget about that. Let's see, how we doing? All right. Let's see. So the heart, I think that's, let's see. I'm going to do the pink pirouette because I'm just changing things up. I'm trying to decide if I did, let's do dark. I want it to show up. Let's see. I kind of jump around so that the color I'm next to has dried, kind of like a watercoloring. So in case this yellow was still wet, I wouldn't want it to kind of blend if I did happen to get too close. So that's why I'm kind of jumping around, up, down, all over the little piece. Let's see. All right, so the house itself. So let's do the house next to it. Let's do, I'm going to color the house coral, dark coral. Yeah, let's do that. All right. Can you see? Yep. All right. Okay, and I'm going to color the door light Night of Navy. And I'm going to try to leave the door frame, because it's so small, white. We'll see if this works. All right. Because if I tried to add a different color to that door frame, I know I would fail drastically. So there's that. So I think I have all the elements. So now I'm going to take light, there we go, light pool party, and I'm going to color all the sky because I really want the spotlight technique to stand out. I don't want any of it to be white. I want it all to be brightly colored. So I'm going to take this and just color it. Let's see, we'll come down here. Again, I'm not worrying about shading. The only things I really shaded were the roof and the sides of the birdhouse, of the first birdhouse. There we go. This will also help make all the elements kind of pop. So if you can see him, now he kind of pops. So now, especially if I take, let's see if I do this. I could probably even put it back together this way without the extra. So see how it kind of really pops in there? All right, so now let's assemble our card. Oh, so, all right. So we got one more stamping thing to do. Come back. The background, I want it to be a little more fun. So I took, let's see, they have, the stamp set has all these cute little elements. So we got some butterflies, a bumblebee, and a few birds. So I've attached the two birds and the bumblebee together on one block. And I'm going to take a bit of crumb cake ink, and I'm going to kind of just stamp randomly. So, all right. Now I'm also going to have a strip that goes along here, so there's like an inch here I don't need to worry about, but I will stamp into it, knowing that part of it is going to be blocked. Kind of twist it too to have them going different directions. There we go. Let's do this. And one more there. There we go. All right. Now we can assemble. So we're doing the Stampin team is doing a blog hop tomorrow. So if you guys want to come back, check out Crafty Stampin', and then you can move along from hop to hop. It's a Valentine's Day theme. Haven't even started it yet. I see Rachel's asking me if I've done it yet. Nope. That is next. We'll see. I have an idea. I kind of let things stir in here for a little while, and then they kind of just pop out. So I'm hoping when I sit down after this, it just sort of pops out, so I don't have to spend a lot of time. I want to take a nap. I'm tired. All right. So no, we'll see what creativity I come up with for Valentine's Day this afternoon. All right, so here is my card base, and this paper is from the Sweet Soiree, which now I just love saying. And I'm just going to attach that along the left here. I'm bumping the camera with my head a whole bunch today. That's not good. No, I left it long, so I'm just going to trim it to size. Let's see. So Rachel, are you done with your project yet? I'm so behind, but I at some point I seem to come up with some good stuff last minute. I don't know, the pressure. I don't know about you. Pressure seems to make me more creative. I think it's truly that pressure just makes me less indecisive. If I want to be honest with myself, instead of standing back going, I don't know if I like it. It's going, good enough. So we'll see what I come up with. All right, so here we go. I'm just going to attach this with snail. All right, and see why I cut it down shorter, kind of would be too big. I wanted it to sort of shine off. So here now is my black stitch shape circle, and I'm also going to attach that with snail and do that here. So now and you can see the back, how it shines through. My colored portion, I'm going to attach with dimensionals. See if I got some. There we go. Let's see. So I got my family. We usually go away. Like 50 of us go away every year before Christmas to celebrate. We rent a big house somewhere or hotel or whatever. So this year we decided we were going to do it after Christmas to keep everybody sane at Christmas. So we went away last weekend, and so we do a grab gift. So in a grab gift, I got this huge box of, what is it, the chocolate rocher, these round chocolate things, which I'm not a fan of. My kids seem to like it. So now I got this huge box of chocolate. So I think that's going to end up somehow in my Valentine's Day project, because I don't know what to do with it other than let my kids eat it, and I got to slow them down from eating it. So I'm like, you can't eat it yet. Mom needs it for a project. So we'll see. That is what I'm thinking in my mind. So here is my colored spot, and I've got it on dimensionals, and I'm going to try and line it up as best I can so it looks like it is still in lined up with the rest of the ones that are on the background here. So now I got my greeting, my best wishes, and that is also going to get attached with dimensionals. I'll just stick a couple down here. All right. And make sure it's turned right way up. And there we go. Simple card. Good for mass production if you're paying attention. So that works. At least I didn't do it without a key piece like I did last week. So let's switch over and do our live giveaway. So if you... Oh, did I not have the right graphic? Hold on 2 seconds while I pull up the right graphic. So that gives you a few more seconds to leave me a comment, and you can just say, hi. You don't have to say anything. I will go back and read the questions later. I know I missed a bunch while I was trying to focus. Live giveaway. There we go. There we go. There we go. That's this week's project live giveaway, the mini paper clips. So let's flip over. So say hi. You got a couple more seconds if you want to get in on the giveaway. Let me refresh this too so that we grab all those great last minute comments. Alrighty, here we go. We're going to pick a winner. And our winner is from commenting, and you only get to enter once. And we're going to pick a winner. Bum, bum, bum. Name pops up. Let's see. Can you see the name? And our winner is Beth Radford Smith. So congratulations, Beth. Beth, in case you missed it earlier, you came on later. If you head over to craftystampin.com, if you go up to specials and then giveaways, and when you come over to that page, come on. All right, there is a click to claim your prize button. You just fill out that form and I will get it to you in the mail. So I thank everybody for joining me today. I will be back, I think, well, I'll be back on Tuesday for our delayed Valentine's Stampin' Scoop. I saw Tammy was on here, so hopefully all will be good and we'll be back. Sorry for the crazy Stampin' Scoop. We kept moving stuff. So that will be Tuesday. And then I will be back on Wednesday and Friday with Coffee and Crafts. So I thank everybody. And if you're interested in joining me with Stampin' Up, if you can also head over to Crafty Stampin', my email's there, all more information about joining, as well as all about all the details about celebration. Also, Linda at Crafty Stampin', if you have any direct questions, I'm more than happy to answer them. I would love to help you. And I will see you all next week. So have a great weekend, everybody. Bye.